see here. Push those buttons, right? Hello? Anyone have a microphone?
Hello. Lumikano.
Hello.
Dave has a microphone.
I do today, yes.
Yeah. Apparently our AD Ori may join us. Spencer. Okay. I don't know if Spencer's joining us. Let's start then. Any comments on the minutes from the June meeting?
No.
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 I guess I forgot. I didn't push the right button to get them incorporated into the minutes before the minute deadline passed. But I asked the secretariat to load them. Okay, going on to working group status. So we have 3 documents that recently expired that we haven't worked on very much recently anyway. 2 documents hanging around, and we have FLAC, which is in the RFC editor queue for a number of months, and we have Matroska that's still in Auth 48, and we're going to talk about that, and that's about it. It would be great to repost these documents here. Someone has a chance to do that. That's great.
Yeah, I actually have some updates on these. A bit of actually some bit more text, a bit of cleaning, and for chapter codec, there's a new codec that might be integrated, or maybe another document, but there's been some work on that. I was
Oh yeah, you had a
planning.
summer students, didn't you? Right.
Yes.
Google, yeah.
Google Summer of Code. So the documents are ready. I did some pull requests on GitHub. People can review. I was waiting for reviews, but if everybody's okay, I can merge them and create the new documents.
Okay. Do you, Dave, you're going to look at it?
I was going to say that's good. Sounds good. I can bump the version on the FFP1 version 4 document. If I remember correctly, I sent sort of a summary of the sort of open issues and ideas related to the version 4 document. I don't know if it actually got any replies or not. I was just trying to like sort of nudge discussion on what was open.
Repost your message to the mailing list?
Reposted? Yeah, just be like, hey, I can just send it again in all caps this time.
All caps, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Anything else? Control? Anything about control?
Yeah, it's control tracks. In the updates I did, both documents are pretty much the same layout. Also the other ones as well. So I did some layout cleaning for everything. So I think I have the updates for pretty much everything for Matroska. And also, but I was also hoping the RFC would be ready. So because right now it's referencing the 21st draft, which is quite old and been a lot of updates since then, but I cannot reference a newer draft because it's the RFC document, but it's not possible to use that as a link yet. So I was hoping that would be done, but it's not yet.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the Auth 48 status on Matroska. I guess you sent them an XML a couple weeks ago, and
I
they
think I
processed it.
sent a few ones, and the last one was sometimes last week, I think, with mostly the INA changes that they suggested of all the enum fields that we had that might have some new values in the future. So I went through all the documents and picked the ones that almost all of them might be subject to changes in the future. So it's a lot of INA registries.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff to do for this point. Or you just unmute and talk. We're such a small group.
Hey all, I'm sorry for throwing the last call request on you after such a long Auth 48 process, but we've made so many changes here. I think we really need to go back and make sure that there's broad agreement to them.
Okay.
So this is my first time doing this kind of thing in Auth 48, so apologies for any missteps on my part as a new AD. I think what I'm kind of hoping for is that we'll get another Auth 48 diff that has the last XML file that you sent. And then I'm hoping that with that diff, we'll be able to say, hey, we made a lot of changes here. Can we use this Auth 48 diff? Can we do a last call on it? Or we'll have to upload a new version to the data tracker and last call that new draft version. And I've never done this before, so if you're familiar with this process, please let me know. Otherwise, I will chase down how it's supposed to be handled exactly.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done it with the Auth 48 diff. I actually kind of prefer that, but no, but
we may not be able to do it that way. That's just maybe the hopeful thinking on my part.
Well, so but uploading a new version, uploading that XML file as a new version, definitely gets us another diff, another button to push for the diff, right? So that everyone can push. So I think we just do that.
Yeah, that seems probably like the prudent thing. Like, just push a new version. Well, first of all, are these the last set of changes? because I would want to make sure that you're comfortable with the new version. We push the new version, and then last call on that version again. And then we'll go back into Auth 48 again, and I hope there'll be basically 0 changes in Auth 48 this next time around. That's kind of the plan, I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So what you're suggesting is doing like we did in the past, just upload a new draft as in the upload website, whatever.
Well,
and then
what
it
I
will
would
be counted.
what I would suggest is that you let RPC process the document you've done so that they have a new XML file, and you or them will upload it so that it's exactly what they have, and they're dealing with.
Okay.
Yeah, I think let's get the latest diff from them, and then we'll follow the process. And I'll be in the email thread. And I'll help resolve the last bit of this, and hopefully we can land this document.
Okay.
Sorry it's taken so long, but we're almost there.
Okay.
So basically, for now, we just wait for the reply on the last XML I sent.
Yep.
Okay.
And so I would guess end of next week, and then we can start, I guess, a 2-week working group last call on the result.
Just in time for no time to wait.
Good. That's really all the topic we have for today. Anything else? Any other business?
We have no time to wait conference in 2 weeks for information. And we
That's
plan
in
to
what, Vienna?
No, in Karlsruhe.
Karlsruhe?
Karlsruhe. Yeah, this one. Avec S, with S, yes.
September 11, 12, 13.
So
Ori, just so you know, this is not a. That's not a meeting. That's
it is not. Yeah, it is a conference,
yeah.
and we talk often about IETF process. So just for information.
But it's not a meeting of any kind.
No,
That's why
very informal.
Other years we actually had one. 2 years ago we actually did a virtual interim from not a virtual, a physical interim from the conference itself. But we're not doing that.
I think in 2016 we had a live stream of the IETF meeting while a couple of participants went. Like we were in the same city that year as the IETF conference, so
right,
we had some crossover.
Yep, you can do co-located physical hybrid interim stuff. You just have to report it like with enough notice so that everyone can attend and decide.
Yeah, we did exactly that 2 years ago, but we're not doing it this time because it's not. Well, anyway, the chairs aren't attending, and anyway, they have all sorts of topics which have nothing to do with this. So interesting stuff. Okay, anything else today?
No.
I mean, just to review the to-dos, I just sent the GitHub pull request for the version bump for FFV1. So I think Michael Niedermeyer is the reviewer there. So once he merges it and makes the release, I will coordinate by uploading the new XML into the data tracker.
Okay.
And then I will try to increase the volume about my status email to the group.
Yeah, don't send it right now. The email system's not. Well, I don't know if it's working again, but it was out the previous 2 hours on planned maintenance. But anyway, it will work anyway. It's not no email is lost.
And then I was curious. We are almost complete with our like deliverable list, like from our original charter? Like, would it be worthwhile having a group discussion if we consider the working group would close after that point, or if there's something new we should focus on?
We had a bit of that conversation in a couple meetings this spring. And I believe that we might close without an FFV1 V4. But my understanding is both chapters and chapter codecs and control that will make progress, and that this Summer of Code student was probably going to contribute. And but yeah, that's a conversation to have.
Okay.
By the way, I have a question about still the OS 48. Earlier, a while ago, we mentioned we could help the YANA people with giving them an XML file with all the IDs and etc. that we want to have in the YANA, in the initial YANA registry. We never sent that, but I still have the generated file that should correspond to.
Why don't you reply to the Auth48 thread and ask them if they would like it?
Okay, because it doesn't right now. It doesn't contain all the registries we added, but I can add that with code, so it matches exactly what's in our source.
Well, what really matters is the big ones, those big tables. That's the one that, you know, if they're just 6-line entries, that's not a problem.
I'm not sure that will help IANA in this case. So is the file that you're talking about the idea that IANA would host that file as is, or that they would use it to produce some that they would?
Well, they could use it to verify that it match. Well, for me, that's what I would do, and when they have the whole thing, I would probably do it anyway. Because from the YANA registry, basically the page is actually an XML file rendered into HTML. So basically, the idea was to just download the XML and make sure it matches ours, to see if there's not like a typo or something like that.
Yeah.
So the other thought, because our tables are generated from a slightly different XML, and it's voluminous, right? You know, there's several hundred entries, right? Maybe I don't know. I didn't count them, but if you said there was more than 100, I believe you. So the idea is that rather than have IANA kind of, you know, retype it or try and copy and paste or something, that we would just give them the XML file in the format they want, generated from our XML file. So there's no human typo mistake in the middle. And I think previously they've said they would be happy to receive that.
Okay, so I will finish it and try to send in the thread next week. This week.
Yeah, just ask them if they want it. I would say, just before you do anything, just say, is this, you know, useful?
Okay.
Anybody else? Okay, I declare this meeting closed.
Thank you, Michael.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Everyone. See you soon, Steve.
Yes.
Hey, it's just me and you.